Good evening, everybody. Auronnj here with another War of the Visions Guild Wars video, and today I want to talk to you about vision cards. Specifically, I want to give you a tier list of vision cards I think players should invest in who are getting to the point in the game where they can start getting 1, 2, 3 level 99 vision cards, which is a huge power spike in this game. So what I've done here is I've created an S tier and an A tier of UR vision cards. These are the cards that I think will help you in a lot of situations. In the S tier especially, these are going to be great cards that are also versatile. And then in the A tier, it's going to be cards that I still think are worth investing in. To start, I have Odin and Death Machine on the board here. A lot of people recognize that these are very valuable vision cards, and I'm going to explain why. They both give attack resistance. These are very, very good defensive vision cards. Odin gives single target attack resistance to your whole group, and Death Machine gives area of effect attack resistance to your whole group. So think about what kind of comp you're running, and if one of these cards would be good for you. If you're running an evasion comp, where you're worried about things like Sharpshoot or Holy taking down your units, Odin will give your group that single target attack resistance and make you maybe live through a Holy so your Venera can kill the Ayaka or something like that. Death Machine is for almost everyone else. There's a ton of area of effect attacks in this game, and having Death Machine to reduce that like Mage's Blizzaga or the area of effect slash attack from Ruinstern, that can be the difference between getting one shot or not. So because these cards give such a wide range of damage resistance, they're my first S tier cards I want to talk about, and that's why I put the shield next to them. These are defensive cards that will improve the survivability of so many of your groups, and I think they're both worth investing in. If you're looking at building a Magic team, I think both of the UR Magic cards are S tier because of how great and versatile they are. First, let's talk about Ramuh. Ramuh just increases the Magic stat for your whole group. This is not Magic attack, this is the actual stat Magic on your characters. This card's really versatile because it's great for Spellblades and Mages and Healers and anyone whose abilities scale with Magic. You can slap this card in a lot of parties that need Magic, and then slap 2 other defensive cards in there, and now you have a team that is survivable and does more damage. So Ramuh is great. The single unit ability on it, increasing lightning resistance, is okay, but you really like Ramuh for that Magic stat up. If we look over at Trousseau, Trousseau increases your Magic attack. I was debating whether to put this in S tier or not because it seems it's a little bit more specific than Ramuh, but there are a lot of characters in this game that, even the Spellblades, that have Magic attacks as well. And Trousseau plus Ramuh will put any of your Magic teams into the realm of one-shotting most people they hit. For example, if you have a Killfay in your squad, and you manage to 99 your Ramuh and you 99 your Trousseau, and she energy busters a couple people, she might get 1 or 2 one-hit knockouts on them. And so I think both of these Magic cards are S tier. Especially together, this is a double S tier combination. And if you're thinking about playing Mages, especially in Guild Wars, I would highly suggest investing into both of these. Alright, next up. What physical attack cards do I consider S tier? I put 2 on here. I'm actually going to talk about Echoing Screams first, the card on the right. The reason I picked Echoing Screams as opposed to the piercing attack card or a shooting attack card in S tier is because slashing attacks are the most prominent attacks in the game. There's a great chance that as you're leveling your account, you're getting a lot of slash attack characters, and so maxing Echoing Screams, you're just going to get a lot of use out of this card. It goes well in so many squads. Going back to the last slide, if you have a maxed out Ramuh to boost your squad's Magic stat and their Spellblades, you can stack that with Echoing Screams to get that one-shotting power for your Spellblades that you would get from your Mages with the Ramuh Trousseau combination. So I think Echoing Screams is just more versatile for that reason. You don't see units that do pierce attack magic damage, or that do shooting type magic damage, but you do see slash attacks that are magic based. So it's more versatile than the other specific attack increasing cards, and I think it's worth investing in if you're thinking about bumping a card to 99. Another one that I really like is Titan. Titan, for the group buff at the bottom there, it increases Human Killer for your team. That's good for everyone. Now, it's on physical attacks only, so there is that little asterisk to the side of it, right? But that means Titan works with piercing comps, slashing comps, missile comps. Any physical attacking composition, Titan will boost, and he gives a bunch of Human Killer. You stack this with like an Odin Esper, and all of a sudden you have some physical attackers that are dishing out pain. Titan is very, very good for mix type teams if you want to run piercing damage and missile damage, and you're like, well, I don't know which card to use. If you have Titan, he will help both of those damage types. So again, because of that versatility, if you're going to max one card, maybe Titan's your card if you're a physical attacking focused player. It just goes in so many parties. So that's why I like Titan here. And let's move on now to the A tier. These are the cards that I don't think are the greatest cards to invest in if you're going for your first 99, but I think they are worth investing in once you want to go for your second or third level 99. As an aside to that, I will talk first about Shiva and the luck card next to Shiva. If you're running an Evasion Squad, getting Shiva to 99 is huge. You're going to need that. But it's usually not enough. There's enough accuracy in the game right now that Shiva at 99, you're going to need to pair it with some kind of luck boosting card, in my opinion. That's why I put the UR luck card on there next to it, next to Shiva. I think if you level both of those cards, you will have a very, very good evasion team. And if that's what you want to play, those two cards should be your focus. I don't give them S tier because they don't meet that versatility requirement to me. They are very, very narrow focused. Now they will give you a great PvP team if you can do both of those things that will serve you well on offense, they'll serve you well on defense. So they're definitely A tier, but because they're just not useful in a lot of situations, I'm going to keep them in A tier. Also on this tier, you will see cards like Frederica's Dream and Dashing Through Snowy Fields. These are those other physical attack type cards that aren't slashing. Like I said before when I was talking about Echoing Screams, slashing is just a more versatile damage type. So I think if you could only pick one to invest in, I would do Echoing Screams. Unless you just love playing piercing units like me, Dashing Over Snowy Fields was my first level 99 vision card. Do I kind of regret that? No, because I love Eileen. But for most people, it's not going to be your number one thing. Frederica's Dream, same way. There's just not a ton of missile damage in the game, so you're really kind of pigeonholing yourself, even though it's a really good card, especially on Frederica. Also on here, Ifrit. Ifrit, I bumped down to A tier instead of S, because in a lot of compositions, if you want to run Vow of Love, you can't run Vow of Love plus Ifrit. Well, you can, but you're really wasting a group buff. So that makes Ifrit a little less versatile to me and keeps him from being in that S tier. At level 99, Ifrit gives a 50% attack boost to your group. I wish it was a 99% attack boost because I have a 99 Ifrit, but it's not. It's only 50%. That's huge. That's really useful in a lot of different compositions, but if you're running a tank, and that tank does not have a way of generating its own hate reliably, like maybe an Ogrius or an Engelbert who doesn't have time to power up a Taunting Blade, you're going to want to throw a Vow of Love on that person. And any comp that uses Vow of Love is not going to be able to utilize Ifrit. So that keeps Ifrit a little lower to me. Other cards on here, Fenrir, Magic Defense is great. Diablos. Diablos was a really interesting one to me because with Diablos, the single unit buff is Dark Attack up, and the group buff is a whole lot of Dark Attack up. So It seems really narrowly focused, and it is, but you slap a level 99 Diablos on like a maxed out Venera, and she can do both of her damage types, shooting and stabbing, really effectively. So I do think it's still A tier. And that's pretty much it. These cards I would suggest as your maybe second or third level 99s. Maybe your first 99 is Titan, and you say, I also want to run piercing units, so your second 99 is Snowy Fields. But then you decide, oh no, I pulled Oldoa and I really want to build her. Because your first 99 is Titan, it works great with Oldoa, and you can pivot to Echoing Screams or something else as your secondary card. Essentially, all of the S tier cards I talked about here are great foundational pieces that you can fit other MR cards, which are a lot easier to level around, and have a really effective Guild Wars team. So I've never really done a tier list about this kind of stuff before. I hope this was a little bit informative, something you guys liked, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I wanted to give a shout out to the group of guilds I'm in right now. I'm in the group called the SaltSquad. Personally, I'm the guild leader of Cayenne. If you want to check out our community, we have 3 competitive guilds and some guilds where we have players growing. So we have room in our guilds for players of all skill levels. And we're looking for players right now for actually all the guilds. So come check us out. I'm going to put a link to our guild's Discord in the description. I hope to see you around, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.